Yo, what's the word, chat? What's the word, stream? Shoot, this video I ain't gonna talk. I ain't gonna cap. I don't know what the concept of the video gonna be about, or the stream really. But I just wanted to rant, talk about some stuff. Hoo hoo hoo. One thing we could talk about since I'm rolling up, we could talk about smoking. Look, if you somebody that been thinking about starting, or you young and you just starting smoking, I would say I advise you to not smoke. And that's only, I don't know. I don't. It's like, let's put it like this. Me, I wish I wasn't smoking a lot of times. And I don't know if it's because of things I hear about weed, or things I hear about smoking, or what. Because a lot of people say it slow you down. And sometimes for me, I do feel like it slows me down. But sometimes I feel like it helps me. Cause sometimes I could be thinking, all right, I'm about to clean up. I'm finna do my homework. This is just an example. I'm finna clean up. I'm finna do my homework. I'm finna take the trash out. I'm gonna do all this. But once I hit that blunt, it's like you don't want to do nothing no more. So it kind of hits, kind of hurts. Or if you in that, or if you in that mindset or that thinking phase of just you stuck and you don't know what to do, where to start, how to go about things, or even if you just irritated about life, irritated at your job, irritated at school. Smoking will calm you down and just makes you, like, you feel me? Put you in a whole different mindset. But I wish, like right now, I wish I never started smoking, because now it's hard to stop. It's really hard to stop. It's kind of like a need, bro, and I hate to say it like that, bro. It's like you be needing to smoke. It's not even a want for real. You be needing to smoke, bro. Like that shit therapeutic. That shit hit different when you smoke. Your whole day, your whole mood change. But if you get too high, you'll fuck around, fall asleep. But that's some people. Not everybody gets that high where they fall asleep. Only some people. All right, we're gonna start and talk about the journey when I first started smoking, and how I started smoking. All right, look. So my first time getting high was not with weed. Well, we're not smoking weed. Don't think, oh, what the fuck was you drinking? What was you smoking? What was you doing? No, no. My first time getting high was not smoking weed. Was not rolling no blunt and smoking weed. So we gonna start about my time, my experience of getting high. So a lot of people, if you're watching this, maybe you haven't started smoking yet or something. But a lot of people start smoking in high school. Yes, a lot of people start smoking in high school. So I got introduced. Well, I started knowing about weed, and all my peers started smoking weed. Like people that I know, I ain't gonna say all my friends. A lot of my friends wasn't smoking, but when you start knowing people, or when people in your school start smoking, they just start talking about it and shit, and you start knowing people smoking. This was for me around be summertime of sophomore year, summertime of my 10th grade year. So that's when I started realizing and seeing people around my age smoking, or even people older than me smoking. But around that time, my peers, my friends, and just how I was raised, I was always thinking, "Nah, we not. I'm not gonna smoke. I can't smoke." I was always taught and told not to smoke weed. So in my mindset, I'm thinking smoking weed is bad. So around sophomore year summer, going to parties, seeing people smoke, hearing about people smoking, people coming around me high, it was different for me. And then especially us being teenagers at that young of an age, you can tell people was acting different, moving slower, everything more funnier. But yeah, people around me started smoking my summer or sophomore year. So people started smoking around me. I started noticing people smoking. But I was me and my friend group, we was never them type of people to smoke at first. we was them type of people to smoke. So if I hear somebody smoking, see somebody smoking, I'm like, nah. But it wasn't that bad though. It wasn't that bad because we're still in school. So it's not like we can roll it when we want. We can get weed easily. We can smoke here, smoke there. So younger, being younger, you kind of smoked less, or you'll smoke more at one time. Let's say that. Let's say that you'll smoke more at one time. Then around junior year, that's when it started coming around more. More and more people I knew started doing it. And not trying to say I was a follower, but as a kid, a lot of people doing something, you just become, what do you call it? Curious. There you go. You become curious. Like, damn, why y'all doing this so much? I want to, you feel me? Curious. You just want to find out what's the hype about. But literally, on some real shit, I was on probation. Yes. My junior year, I was on probation. So I was already scared to smoke. Used to take drop tests, all types of shit. So around that time, I wanted to try it, but I wasn't too eager to try it because I'm already on probation. So if I get caught smoking weed, if I get caught with weed in my system, I'm thinking I'm going to jail. This is my first time on probation. First time ever being on probation. You talk to your probation officer, they tell you the wrongs and rights. And I was always I had a good probation officer, and I was always on good terms with my probation officer. Because I wasn't a bad student. I stayed out of trouble. He didn't have to worry about me. All that. So, back to the story. I keep getting off track. So, sophomore year, no, junior year, that's when everybody started to smoke for real. And I wanted to, you feel me, kind of figure it out, but I wasn't able to because, I'm on probation. So, my first time getting high was before I got on probation. This was in sophomore year, the beginning of sophomore year. So it was somebody at my school. Actually, it was a couple people at the school. Couple people at the school selling edible brownies. I know it sounds crazy. But they up at the school selling edible brownies. And just different days, motherfuckers around getting high, high as hell. I'm like, how the fuck, what's happening? Then you get the word of mouth from somebody, oh yeah, I bought these edibles from such and such. I bought these edibles from such and such. And they tell bro, I was this, I was that, I was. everything was funny. I was sleepy. It just felt so good. I was up. So I get curious. I'm like, all right, bet. Let me tap in with him. Where he at? Where they at? Let me get they. You feel me? End up texting them on the snap. Hey, you got some more? No, I sold it out, but I'm gonna bring some tomorrow. All right, bet. And mind you, he only selling them for $5. $5 edibles. $5 brownie edibles at school. Shit. And I don't gotta smoke it, so all I gotta do is eat and I'll be cool. Bet. So the next day I come there, I go to school. We go. We don't really need to say no name. We don't really say no names. I went there, met up with Brody, gave him the $5. He gave him my edible. So around this time I had lunch early, probably like third or fourth hour. Not sure. I didn't eat my edible until third hour, right? No, not third hour. Until lunch. Whatever period of lunch was, I didn't eat my edible until lunch. So first time eating an edible, that bitch, it's like of course it's a brownie, but it's chewy now. You feel me? It's like it takes longer to chew and swallow. So, shit, it's my first time taking it. I'm eating it real slow. Gotta drink some milk with it because it's thick, and you can kind of taste the weed too. Like however you make it, you can kind of taste the weed, but it's more brownie than anything. And I ain't share with nobody. I ain't tell nobody that I had one. Well, of course, the people I was with or hanging with, but I ain't share with nobody. So I ate that whole bitch by myself. So this lunch, I go to my next class after lunch. Hold up. All right, I go to my next class after lunch. First 10, 15 minutes, everything cool. I don't feel nothing. I really damn near forgot I took the edible. Everything normal. Then the last half of the class when I started kind of tweaking, but it wasn't too bad. I just started noticing shit a little bit different. Then I go to my next class after that. I'm in that bitch laughing, paying attention to every little detail on stuff. I'm looking at the teacher, his face moving, the words on the board coming off. I'm just tweaking. But this one of them classes I end up going to sleep in. So I go to sleep in that class. Then I wake up when the bell rang, wake up to go to my next class. Boy, I was fried. So after this at my school we had 8 hours. So this is 7th hour. After I woke up from my 7th hour class, I was fried. I was fried off the shits. Then I go to my last class. My last class is theater. Man, when I get to my theater class, I am tweaking. Like this is my first time ever being high. And I'm in this bitch tweaking. I remember, so in theater class, we in the auditorium. We didn't have no desks, we didn't have no seats. We just sat in the auditorium seats. So we in the auditorium seats. I'm looking around. The room felt like it was caving in. It felt like I can hear echoes bouncing off the walls. I can feel my heart beating. I can hear the blood in my veins. Like it's crazy. It gets like that. Then I end up going to sleep on the floor because I remember, like throughout the aisles, they had like concrete floors. I remember laying on the floors because I was so hot, and the concrete floors was cool. So I ended up laying on the floor, and I like when I lay on the floor, it felt like I was going in and out of my sleep. It's like I was going to sleep for 5 minutes. No, I was going to sleep for a couple minutes, then waking back up. Then going to sleep a minute, then waking back up. So like I was laying on the floor, and as I'm laying on the floor, I can hear my heart beating. I'm just hearing my heart do-doom, 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 do-doom. And then, the class is still going on, so I can hear talking, I can hear the teacher in the background. And as I'm like halfway asleep, I'm thinking I'm dreaming. So I wake up, I'm like, hold on, was that just a fucking dream? Oh no, I'm still in school. Ooh. See, bro, it's kind of hard to explain, bro. It's like, you just gotta imagine. Imagine you laying down, eyes closed, and you hearing everything around you in the background. But when you open your eyes, you have to realize what you heard wasn't a dream. You were actually in that moment right now. That's what it was for a good 15 minutes for me on that floor. I just kept hearing my heart beating like I heard that bitch vividly. Well, not heard it vividly, damn. I heard that bitch clear as day. I can literally hear my heart beating through the floor.